The unauthorized reproduction or distribution of this copyrighted work is illegal. Criminal copyright infringement is investigated by federal law enforcement agencies and is punished with up to 5 years in prison and a fine of $250,000.
Jones the other way. Step back three. Good.
Ball placed perfectly towards the corner of the end zone by Liam Bokey.
What's up, guys? Today on Bobcat Talk, we're going over. We got a segment today. Just one segment. It's Tuesday. Got to record another segment for the show. We're going with
Keeping Up with the Joneses. Keeping Up with the Joneses segment this week. We're going to do awards. So we'll just have an all Bobcat Talk team. It was we came up with it majority. And I'm going to read it off.
I don't agree with some of these picks, but
it's 2v1.
I agree with all of them.
So it's majority rules. We're going to go 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, 4 receivers, a whole offense line, a whole defense line, a whole linebacker.
It's basically like a fantasy team.
Yeah.
I thought we were going 3 running backs.
Oh, 3 running backs. You're right, Hamby. 3 cornerbacks, 2 safeties. So we're going to start it off. For the first quarterback on the first team, we'll go first team, and then we'll go
first team.
Yeah, we'll go first team. First team quarterback, we got Liam Bokey. I really think he swings the ball well. I think he's going to really be the X factor of that Bobcats team this year. So I got Liam Bokey. I think he's the best quarterback in the region. We'll go second team quarterback. We'll go Luke Treese. I think he's got a good arm. He's really good at baseball. He's got a D2 recruit. So I think he's the second best quarterback in the region. Small region, I think Luke Treese is the second best. So it's the second quarterback. First team running back, Jaden Bunch from Cofield.
Are we going to argue about these? Or
I mean, we can.
Chime in.
if we want to argue about these.
Yeah,
can.
so I got
Jaden Bunch.
Jaden Bunch.
Okay.
RB1.
I'm going Mason Day, RB1.
I think
it's my guy.
Yeah.
It might seem a little biased because I'm OS, but it's my guy. You know what I mean? It's just my guy. I think he does.
I can see that.
More. And also, you're putting. Go ahead and announce running back 3 is Grayson Crease.
Yeah.
Even though he won the running back award last year.
Yeah. Well, I think that the awards are a little skewed.
Okay.
I think Jaden Bunch is the most skilled running back. He trains. I see him a lot at NOP, the training facility.
Mm-hmm.
He is a really, really good running back.
And I just think Mason Day is a more talented, gifted kind of guy. I'll give Jaden Bunch this. He works. He works for what he's got.
Yeah, he does.
But Mason, if I'm looking at, if I'm going to put the ball in somebody's hands to make a play, I'm taking Mason Day.
I just had to disagree.
Yeah.
But they're all on the team. You got, I'd say
agree.
running back 1, Jaden Bunch. You put them together.
Yeah.
Put them in the same backfield. It's a pretty unstoppable deal. So I got Jaden Bunch, Mason Day, Grayson Crease. He won the running back award.
Electrifying
Yeah,
player.
very fast.
He's a guy who can take over a game.
Yeah, easily. Best player on that Harriman team. We'll move on to wide receivers. You got Jaquan Benton, Tate Mason, Jackson Jett, Waylon Burgess. I think Jaquan Benton is overall the best wide receiver in the region. He's got the most potential. He's got the height, the length. I think he catches a lot of touchdowns. Deep ball, that's who you want.
That's a deep
He's
ball
our
threat.
X. Deep ball threat.
Yeah.
Put him on a go.
Yeah.
He's going over top of your head. He's catching it. You got Tate Mason, Jackson Jett.
Tate Mason, really fast guy.
Yeah, 2 slot receivers. Jackson Jett is probably the most electrifying player in the region.
Both guys who don't really have the size.
Yeah.
But they're going to go out there and, Tate Mason rocked me last year.
Yeah.
He plays linebacker on defense, but he's a really good slot wide receiver, really quick, really agile.
It's really, you get the ball in those 2 people's hands.
Yeah,
they might not be the best at route run, but once they get the ball in their hands,
You give Jet the ball, he's going to make a play.
he's going to make a play every single time. So, open field, the 2 best.
And you got Waylon Burgess, who's another deep ball threat.
Yeah, I think he might have torched you guys a little bit last year at some points in the game.
He's got the size.
Yeah, definitely the size. Maybe not the speed as Jaquan, but he's definitely got the size. He's a good player. So we did O-line group. So our O-line group, we have Oliver Springs because it's hard to pick 5 offensive linemen because you don't really pay attention to
when you look at the stats, only 6 sacks all year last year, and I'd say 3 of those are on me.
Yeah.
3 of those are on me.
The quarterback's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, O-line, I think you could have gave Oliver Springs defensive line, but you lost a big player in Carson Nivens, so I think that takes him down a little bit. But O-line, definitely Oliver Springs. D-line, you got Cofield. You got Mason Smith, D1 prospect.
Yeah.
Who else they got over there, Hamby?
They got, who's good with the
Grayson Soldner.
Yeah.
Isaac
big.
Inman. Trey Lively. People like that.
Is he joking right now?
I don't.
Okay. We're just going to move on from that. That's a joke.
We did linebacker
Guys
group.
joshing around here.
We did linebacker groups as well. And we went Oliver Springs. I think you got Cooper Jones that won a award last year. I think you got Cole Jackson, Cole Jackson makes plays all over the field. He's really he's a small guy, but that it helps him fit in really well. And then you got Lucas Thacker that he just goes out and hits. He does not care. Puts his body on the line every game. I think that's the best linebacking group in the region. Maybe even in 1A total. That's a very good linebacking group.
I agree.
Yeah, Cooper Johnson.
And that was a linebacker group total. And we're moving Mason Day back to linebacker this year.
Yeah.
You know, he played D end, but we can roll him up to D end from time to time. But he's a linebacker now.
Yeah.
And that's a strong linebacker group, and that's a linebacker group as a whole. That's what we're taking.
Yeah. Cornerback 1, we have Jordan Gray.
Yep.
I think he has really, really good technique.
Yep.
He's
Locked
not
some guy down.
Yeah, he's not the fastest guy on the field, but his technique makes up for it. He has good foot speed.
And he's going to jam you into the sideline.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Very good technique. Cam Anderson, another one. He's the quarterback for Harriman, and he plays corner, I think. He's pretty good.
He's fast.
Yeah, real fast.
Agile.
Athletic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he might be near the same size as like a Jaquan.
And that's who they put on Jaquan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah. And I think he did a pretty good job against Jaquan. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think it was a bad game from Auburn last year, but
Yeah, I agree.
still. And then you got Peyton Steele, a guy you actually threw an interception to last year. No more interceptions this year, though.
Midway?
Yeah.
I mean, he had a good pick.
Yeah. No more this year, though. You're not throwing one to him.
We did beat him 56-0. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, like, the interception didn't really matter.
Yeah,
but you got to take care of
I
it.
mean, still
Yeah.
got to give credit where credit's due. You know what I mean?
So
This
then you
guy's gonna
got
guard you.
2 safeties. First safety is Grayson Crease. He's appearing again on this list. Really fast,
Good
agile,
player.
good player.
He's gonna play
Yeah,
safe to win need be.
yeah. And then you got Brennan Reed.
Midway.
Very athletic. I think
good.
if he's on a Denver team like y'all's team, I think he doesn't play quarterback. He plays receiver. He's very
I
athletic,
completely
fast.
agree.
He's not really meant to be a quarterback. He's just very agile, fast. I don't, but I think they have to play him there because he's just not that.
He's just an athlete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just one
So-
of those guys.
I'd say he's a pretty good safety. Definitely
agree.
try to keep the ball away from his side if
I
you
agree
can.
completely.
But sometimes you have to go there. But I think, yep, that's the All-Bobcat Talk team. You guys got anything to say about our team? Any disagree?
Not nothing much. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Are
mean,
you sure about that?
Are you sure?
Of course, I'm going to disagree with a lot of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's a 2v1. You guys want to sit here
Yeah,
and overrule and do all that?
Well, if you had to change one thing,
What
what
would
would
you,
you
one
change?
thing, what would you change?
I
tell
can
us.
only pick one, or can I pick
Only
one?
pick one.
You can only pick one.
Yeah, I'm going Mason Day number 1.
Over Jaden Bunch?
Who's
I
your
think,
number two?
that's the biggest change.
Who's your number 2?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. It's Jaden Bunch and Grayson Crease. Give
Yeah.
them a tie.
If I had one thing to
Tie 'em
change, I would put maybe a Greenback player on here. I just don't know a lot about him, but I feel
Well,
like
they lost a lot of seniors last year, and that's why
Yeah.
you didn't put one on there.
I just don't know
they
a lot
also,
about
their
him.
best player, their running back, I think, transferred out.
yeah. So
So I don't think you can put them on there.
yeah, I just figured they usually are.
Yeah, they're
pretty good.
usually a really
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
team, but I've heard really not
Yeah.
really bad things about them, but like I've heard some
They had
tough losses.
Yeah, they had a pretty bad season last year too. So that's probably the only change I would make. Hamby, what about you? Any changes?
No. I actually kind of like it. I like
Yeah.
Jaden Bunch being the running back 1, Liam Bokey being quarterback 1,
Yeah.
and then you got Jaquan, Tate, Jatson, Waylon out there at the receivers.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty solid.
If that's a team, state
Yeah, I
champs.
think it's stacked.
Yeah.
Yes, very stacked team. I think they can all play well together. But just a lot of, you look at these names, a lot of beef in between those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Players.
a lot of
Yeah.
the top 2 teams.
Yeah, Cofield and Auburn Strings a lot of this list.
Yeah.
But they're the 2 best teams in the region. Small region, only 8 schools. I think majority of it is going to be.
Harriman's gonna have something to say about that this year.
Yeah, I think they.
I truly think Harriman's gonna come out and
Yeah.
they're gonna have some. They're gonna have a team.
Yeah.
The only thing that's gonna hurt them is the offensive defensive line.
Yeah,
Both of
I
those.
think that's a big.
And I think that is where we
I think
kill them. And
two-
they're gonna have to. I'm not trying to scout. I'm not trying to scout for Harriman, but they're gonna have to put maybe even a 5 front against us because I think we bully them really bad.
Yeah.
And if they go 5 front with, we're gonna open up the passing game. If they go 4-4,
Yeah. Well, I think besides South Pitt and Cofield, Harriman has the past 2 years. Harriman has gave y'all the best game.
and it's like we like to say that we play really bad against them, but I think they just have athletes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we always say, like the year before that as well, we didn't play the best against them. That's what we say every time. We're like,
Yeah.
we always come out soft against Harriman. We always come out. They got some athletes.
Yeah.
Let's not discredit Harriman.
Yeah.
They got some guys.
Yeah.
And
I
that's,
think Yeah, I think that if you had to say right now, just off the top of your head, would you say Harriman is the third best team in y'all's region?
Yeah.
Over everybody else? So you're taking them over Greenback, Midway, all those
Well,
teams?
we can do. I mean,
Eventually we might do that, but
we could do that list.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Coalfield.
yeah, Coalfield,
Oliver
Oliver
Springs,
Springs.
and I think Harriman's running for it.
Now,
too.
I do have one question that I was just not thought of. So Mason Smith did an interview on E2 Sports. You weren't on there. Cole Jackson then were.
Yeah.
But they asked him if
he brought on some seniors.
they asked him if Oliver Springs was the favorite to beat Coalfield this year, and he said no, definitely not. So what would do you think y'all were the favorite?
I mean, you're looking at stats and who
Yeah.
won the last game.
Yeah, you guys only
It's
lost
got to be our
one
favorite.
starter.
And then Luke Treese goes and he says, we're only playing once at Oliver Springs.
Yeah.
He brings up this. So they're going to try and beat
Seems like
us at home.
They're bringing the talk. So do
They
you
got
have any responses to that?
Mason Smith said it's the best team they've ever had.
Which is kind of crazy because they lost.
Yeah.
Like
They lost
they lost a
of
lot, and then he
people.
asked him how many returners, and he said
He said he didn't know.
Yeah, y'all
He said-
had-
And then he goes that he had like 3 returners on offense.
yeah, but he missed Jaden Bunch. He didn't
He
include
did.
him. as
Yeah.
well, so that
He
would be
did.
4. I just think that's just a statement I wanted to bring out and see if you had any response to that.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, obviously bring that back up when Coalfield week, but we're not.
Yeah.
I don't really care about Coalfield at all right now.
Yeah.
It's
What
South-
about,
it's South Pitt? South Pitt's way bigger of a matchup than Coalfield is.
So-
you know what I mean?
Are you comfortable with saying like Coalfield, or are you like the team down the road?
a team down the road.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
just making
say
sure.
Coalfield.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So
I'm
you-
going to call them their name.
So they might think it's a bigger of a rivalry than
Their
you
coach
do.
likes to go,
Yeah.
team down the road.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not
you're
gonna go
so
ahead
you're
and say
like just focused on South Pitt because you think that's the biggest
Yeah.
competition. You're like,
Well, it is.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
like Coalfield's a
Defending
rivalry.
definitely is.
You're like
Coalfield's
Coalfield's
a rivalry, and
but-
we want to beat them, obviously, but
Yeah.
they're nowhere near South Pitt. You know what I mean?
I agree. All right, those are just little compliments. I think that's it for keeping up with the Joneses, and we have Player of the Weeks and Hanging with Hamby.
On to the next. Hanging with Hamby, rolling in.
Yep.
Now, welcome to Hanging with Hamby, Hanging with Hamby, Hanging with Hamby. Back on Hanging with Hamby, we got the Volleyball Player of the Week. What's your name?
I'm Mia Harris.
Mia Harris, nice to meet you. What position do you play?
So I'm the libero, or a DS, which is a defensive specialist. So I play in the back row, and I can't go in the front row, hit, block. So I'm strictly confined to the back row. I serve and receive hits and serves. This is actually my first year playing as a libero. I was a setter for the last 4 years.
Nice, nice. How long have you played volleyball?
So I started in 7th grade, so this will be my 5th year playing.
Cool, cool. And what motivates you to play volleyball?
So last season was really rough, and we didn't win a game. So this season, I really want to win, like really, really bad. And I just want to prove that we're better than what everyone thinks, and I want to prove everyone wrong.
So kind of like a revenge season.
Yeah.
What do you do anything like before a game to like get you in the zone?
So on a home game, we're not allowed to like go home and come back. So I typically have someone hit at me for like 15 minutes, just so I feel ready, like it's like extra. So
Yeah.
Before everyone gets there, and then on an away game, I'll listen to music like in the car or something. But
Do
other
you
than that,
do you prefer playing at home or away?
I prefer playing at home. Honestly, I
Okay.
like the home court advantage.
And do you plan like playing college volleyball?
It depends on where I go. Like if I go to Run State, I wouldn't mind to play, but with my height, it's kind of hard to play in like the front row.
Yeah.
So like I can't hit, or I guess I could set, but I'd have to be like a libero or something.
Yeah. Yeah. That's done with that interview. Next, we got Eli Brummett for golf. On Hamby, we got the Golf Player of the Week, Eli Brummett. Now, Eli, I don't know much about golf because I don't really play it, don't really get into it. But
you do play a little, though.
I mean, I play a little bit, go to some courses, but I don't
Yeah.
really do it like competitively like you do.
Hamby likes to talk down on himself. He's not a bad golfer here.
I would
I've been
disagree.
golfing with Hamby.
Sure, we've seen
Yeah,
worse.
100%.
Especially on a golf.
On our golf team, there's worse, but hey, Hamby's not a bad golfer.
How long have you played golf?
I have been seriously playing golf probably since my freshman year. I started when I was about 10 playing with my dad, though.
That's cool. Cool. Like, what motivates you to go out there and play golf?
I'd say, honestly, golf is more of like a fun sport for me, but I seriously think we have a chance to go to state as a team this year, especially with our football players, if we can ever get them to a match. We have a good chance to make it to state as a team.
it's really not like it's really not motivation to go play golf for you. It's like, it's just fun to play.
Yeah,
I just get the urge to go play golf, go hit around.
Yeah, it's more of my fun sport than anything.
Yeah.
What do you do before a golf match or tournament to get you ready?
So usually I'll hit the range, listen to music, get me locked in. Maybe hit the putting green.
What's your go-to music to get locked in for a match?
Go-to music? Probably have to say some Adele.
Hot take there. I know you're
like
big.
that.
You're big. Like me and you like to listen to a little heavy metal.
Yeah.
So before a golf match,
it's
it's a different level of locked in. You gotta get locked in.
Yeah, it depends how I'm feeling that day, but it's usually Adele. Keep it calm. I got to keep myself smooth and.
I like that.
Stay
I like
focused.
Adele. I'm a big Adele guy.
Do you plan on playing golf in college?
I do not plan on playing golf in college. I really would enjoy to do it, but I just personally don't think I'm good enough to play in college. So I'm kind of just doing it for
I wouldn't
fun.
say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't
It's a place for
discredit
everybody.
yourself.
And
I just
even
have
if you go to college for a different sport, hit up the golf team. Be like,
Yeah.
hey, you guys need another?
I'd have to really start focusing on golf, and just start practicing it.
I agree.
only.
And with the baseball swing,
Yeah, baseball swing kind of cooks it.
yeah, I completely agree. When we get into baseball season, I'm not hitting the golf course.
Me
Can't.
either.
I can't.
Nah, I am actually. Hell, I.
Yeah, you did.
We're gonna go play.
We
golf.
also did. Yeah,
We're
did.
gonna go
But
play golf.
it wasn't a good day though. It wasn't a good day.
No.
We hit the golf course. It was just terrible.
Yeah.
It's
Big
all right,
things for
though.
baseball.
Yeah,
season,
big.
though. Big
Hey,
things, big things.
we're going up.
Yeah.
Back on the hand me go.
Now, did you guys have a tournament or a match of some sort this week or last week?
Yeah, we played Monday in Oak Ridge, a course named Centennial. It went.
How do we
all right.
do? I didn't hear.
Yeah,
about that.
we'll go overall. How do you
Centennial-
think you did?
How'd you do on the first hole?
First hole.
Hole one.
Yeah, we didn't start on hole. We played the back nine at Centennial.
Oh, you didn't even play hole one?
Yeah,
thank
so
God.
I started on 13, the long par 3, and I don't know. I can never hit a green on the first hole, so I missed right, but chipped and then 2-putted for bogey. So not the best start. I really did not do very good that day. I shot a 42.
Centennial's a tough.
Centennial's a lot
course,
tougher than what we normally play.
Yeah, and it's just. I don't know.
It's a different look. It's really nice condition though. We as a team we got last, but we also didn't have our football players.
Yeah.
So that's a major skill gap there. But overall, I didn't think I was striking it well. I was hitting the ball well. I just couldn't hit a green. Just kept small misses.
Yeah. It's little things like that though. It's a screw up a day.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird day.
Bad day.
I wouldn't say bad. Midday.
Midday.
42's
Okay.
midday.
Midday.
So yeah, I don't know. When you're talking about that, I have no clue.
Yeah,
what
42's midday. It's just midday.
Yeah.
You're not hitting it well, but you're not
Not doing terrible.
doing terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it with that interview. Next, we're going to be interviewing Coach Bidge, the head football coach here.
Thank you, Eli.
We got the last interview here on Hang on Hamby. We got the head football coach here at Oliver Springs, Coach Bidge. Now, Coach Bidge, how long have you coached football?
This will be my 12th season overall. Spent 3 years as an assistant middle school coach, 3 years as an assistant high school coach. Went back to the middle school as the head coach for 3 years, and this will be my third year as the head coach, going into my third year as the head coach at the high school.
Been coaching for a long time.
Yeah.
What if you had to give us one player, maybe a couple? What is your favorite player you've ever coached? I know that's hard because you got so many. Could you give us one?
Yeah, it's really hard to say because you get so many different players. Everyone obviously goes to the skills and maybe your best players or your best, the guys who's won the most awards. But then you also have your guys that are maybe not get to play as much, but they really work hard. And as coach, that really means a lot to you. And then you have guys that just really help your program overall. If I had to say one that I really think will stick with me for a long time, I could go to a lineman typically, but I guess Cole Jackson would be the kid that has always been kind of told to be doubted just because of his size and whatever. And whenever he came up from middle school to high school, it was like, oh, he'll never play on the field, yada, yada. And we got to where 1 to 2 games into this season, he was having to be on the field. So he's one of my favorites overall. Now he's a handful some days, but
Yeah.
I guess maybe he's one of my kids that'll stick with me
Yeah.
for the long term.
Yeah. Definitely an energy guy. Brings
Yes.
energy.
Yeah.
Always.
For sure.
What motivates you to go out there and coach?
I think more than anything, I just like working with having the relationships with my players and the students in the school. It gives you that ability to see them not just in the classroom but outside of school, and get to really know them, know what they kind of do, and especially at the high school level, you get to see them with different things, and as they start to go into what they want to do in the future and all that. So I guess it's just a relationship building, and then wanting to give back to my community. I love this community. It's treated me well. It's been there for me whenever I've had personal hard times and different things, and then just making sure I give back to my community from all the things it's given me over my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we definitely have a big community that always supports us.
Yeah, we do, and it's really nice. I feel like we have the best fan base. I know every coach says that, but I really do. And you guys know this from playing other sports, but like it's not just football. We're a football kind of first town, but if any sport, whether it's girls or boys, if they get it rolling, these fans will support them.
Yeah. What pumps you up to go out there and coach before South Pitt go to state championship? What pumps you up for that game?
I guess little things. You have these just different trends and different things in your locker rooms, but there's no feeling like that first time walking out on the field each year. There's no feeling like wearing those game uniforms for the first time. The thing I guess gets me going is whenever I hear our team playing that song that's special to the team or whatever it may be. For whatever reason, it seems to change from year to year, but kind of that tells me, hey, my team's ready to go. And so I guess that would be the one thing that sticks out the most to me is whenever I see that my guys are ready to go, that they feel like they're in a position that they can go and have success.
Yeah.
What do you think is special about this year's team?
I would say the overall talent we have in skill areas and in the lineman area is what has separated us, and the fact that we have the largest, probably the majority of the school that should be playing football. We don't have a bunch of kids in the halls that or you're like, man, I really wish. We do have one or two here and there, but you don't have a ton that's not there. It's kids that grew up in this community. It's kids that's either grew up in the community or since they've been around the area, they've been kind of associated with Oliver Springs. So that's one thing. And then I know we have the depth to go with and play with about 17 to 20 guys. And whenever you look at really good 1A football teams, if you can get to that number, you feel like you got a pretty good football team.
Mm-hmm. How many, because I know you guys got a lot more coming out. How many players do you have this year compared to last year?
We have 40, largest roster in Oliver Springs for quite some time.
Yeah.
We will, I guess we've been around 26, or I guess 32, 33 my first year, but we only ended up with about 26 playing at the end of the year. And we last year hovered around 30 typically. So we've picked up quite a few. I feel like the excitement's in the program, and we have the ability to do things, and it helps with practice particularly. That's a big deal.
How do you feel about this week's game?
Tough football game. I would say that we got to go out. I think that the big one, and this most coaches will say this week one, whether your opponent's the former 1A state champion or went 0-10 last year. It's about us and how we execute, how we do things, and the team that makes the least amount of mistakes is probably going to win the football game. I feel like talent-wise, it's very close, but if we can not have turnovers, we can not have a lot of penalties, not have a lot of missed tackles, I feel like we'll give ourselves a better chance to win. And I think whoever does that's kind of going to give themselves the best chance to win.
Yeah. Also, I've been hearing a question about who's the favorite in this game or what. Do you feel like you guys are the favorite, or do you feel like South Pitt's the favorite?
I guess it's in terms of what, I don't really, colleges and NFL, you kind of got a little bit more realistic idea.
Yeah.
I think across the state, everyone looks and sees South Pittsburgh's name and they just give South Pittsburgh the favorite. I think that the more realistic football knowers probably say, okay, well, this team returns way more starters than this team, so I would feel like they are the favorite.
Yeah.
I guess it's just how you look at it. I know they've got good football players. I know they've got a good football program. It's just, I guess, however you determine how you want to pick a favorite is what you would go off of. I feel like it's a toss-up game. Like I said, I feel like they're good enough to beat us, and we're good enough to beat them.
Yeah, I would say toss-up.
Yeah. How do you feel about this year's season?
I've got a really positive outlook. I mean, I've went around and I've talked to reporters and different things through the last couple of years, and I knew this team was going to be my team that really had a chance to do things that's never been done around here. Mm-hmm. Last year, we kind of a little bit ahead of schedule, broke through, got to the semifinals. That's only second time in history, so I'm expecting a big season. Obviously, health and keeping kids, in key positions from not getting injured is a big deal, and things like that. But I really think we have a good football team. They've worked hard. They've done everything in the off season that I've asked of them. They've done everything in fall camp that I've asked of them, and I think we're ready to have a really successful season as long as we focus on ourselves, make sure we handle our discipline, our character, and all those things. I think we'll have a good season.
So you're thinking if you guys are healthy, you're thinking state championship is obviously the goal for everybody.
Yeah, I think that's the one goal. Yeah. We don't have another goal in our program. It's one goal. It's the state championship. We do have underlying that we talk about. We'd love to win a county championship, a region championship.
Yeah.
But ultimately, we want to put ourselves in a position by the end of the regular season to be in the playoffs, to give yourself a chance to go win 5 games to win a gold ball.
Yeah. And obviously, that rivalry game is also one.
Yeah.
Do you mark that down as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we know about Cofield, and they know about us. They may not know, their coach might not be able to say our name.
Yeah.
But they know who we are.
Yeah. And then last question, we'll go away from the coaching aspect of it. Who would you say is like your NFL GOAT?
Oh, man. I guess if it just, again, depends how you look at things. Obviously, Tom Brady is if you're looking in quarterback. My favorite player of all time is probably Hines Ward. He was a wide receiver for the Steelers. He had some Pro Bowl seasons, but he didn't put up huge numbers. But he had a mentality about him blocking at the wide receiver position that I always loved. And I'm, of course, a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So I could give you a lot of guys from the Pittsburgh Steelers that I would be like, yeah, they're the GOAT. But overall, Tom Brady's got to be the guy. I mean, that's the face of NFL football. Right?
Yeah. The Steelers suck, but yeah.
And I've just heard, just chiming in from the back, the Browns have been dominating the Steelers the past few years.
I feel like the Steelers are just absolutely terrible. Like the Ravens, Browns, they just get dominated every year.
Yeah. This is. I know y'all are. Bokey's acting like a basketball and baseball guy right now. You're kind of acting like a basketball guy. You have no clue about anything.
Well, I think that's it.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you for letting us do this interview.
Absolutely.
All right, we're out.
What's up, Bobcat Nation? That's episode 2 wrapped up. That's it. That's all we're going to be talking about. Episode 2. Episode 3 coming next week. We'll have some insights.
Yeah, we'll see
with
the big outcome.
Yeah, we'll have some insights with South Pitt. We might be interviewing some players after the game and before the game.
Yeah, you'll see post-game,
talking some
pre-game. You'll also see me and Hamby and Bokey's record for our picks. See
how
many we got right.
Yeah.
And you'll also see.
What was it?
I just saw something in a second. We'll also see Bokey's lock of the week.
Yep.
Is absolutely horrendous.
That it's locked.
Yeah. And we'll see if you got it right or wrong.
The worst lock I've ever heard in my life.
I can't wait till everyone wins.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying.
You'll probably see our All-Bobcat team somewhere.
Although I'd say for us, it would probably be better if Kingston wins, because then it looks like a tougher matchup for us.
Yeah. Well, and you'll have our picks again for the next week's matchups.
Yeah.
It'll be
We're all good.
I think that's it. I think episode 2 is a good wrap.
Yep.
We got 500 viewers. Me and Hammy's also in the student section this week, so on
Yes.
Friday you will see us.
Everybody needs to be there.
Yeah,
I'm
everybody
just saying.
show up, show out, and we need to get some more viewers and make.
Like
and
and
subscribe to our
We
YouTube channel.
need the
We
likes.
need the likes. We need to get
How do
this
you think
up.
we fund all this stuff?
Yeah. We need this up.
The likes and subscribers need to go up.
Yes, sir.
They need to go up. And that's it. Bobcat Talk out.
Peace.